Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Vanessa Lee. Hello. I'm actually sat next to my Philodendron Splendid and I've been putting this job off for the longest time. It's my first Sunday off. I normally work on Sundays. It's going to be a very chilled video. If you fancy doing some repotting, I'm hoping it's going to be chilled. Should I just show you the plant first actually? Yeah, let's do that and then I'll start taking it off the Mosspole. So I've got two pieces. I mean, this plant has grown like a beast. I bought it, when did I buy this plant? I think I've had it just under a year. I'll put the correct date up, but yeah, here she is. You probably can't see the full height at the moment. Actually, let me push the camera back. Okay, here we go. So this is the top cut. And yeah, she's looking really, really good. I basically just cut the top off and then I added an extension pole. There's sphagnum moss in the pole. And when you look at the back, it's got quite a good root system. You can see that, but yeah, the roots are looking very good and hopefully it's going to be easy to get it off this pole. Okay, so there's another part to the plant is the bottom cut, which is basically also the original bottom cut to this plant I gave to a friend, so like what you would consider the mother plant, and this is the top cut from that. So if you imagine that there was a plant before this one that was exactly the same height. What is this? What's going on here? Okay, no, it's nothing. And then this plant behind was on top of this one. So 3 times the height. That's how much it's grown within a year. So I'm really very, very proud of this plant. Where I've chopped the plant, it has produced a new growth point. Let's go back a little bit further. Oh my goodness, why is this so difficult? There, you can see it. And actually a new leaf is very close to coming out, which is making me quite nervous. And I just don't want to keep waiting because I just need to sort this out. So I think I'll start by opening the bottom of the pole first. But what I've forgotten to do is get I need a big clear box that I can stand it in, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab that. It's in the cupboard behind you. Okay, so I have the box, and the idea is and I've got some bowls as well, so I'm kind of ready-ish. I'm just going to get it off this pole. Oh God, we're actually doing this, guys. So it's held in this pot with lacquer balls. Wow, we have roots in the bottom. Wasn't expecting that. Well, I kind of was, but I kind of wasn't. I'm just proud that there are some. So let me show you those. A little bit closer. So we've got roots. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm just going to take all the balls off. I'm going to save those. So I have done something like this once before, where I've had to like literally wiggle all the roots out. I won't need to necessarily, I don't know, yeah, I probably will need to do it on this one. So So I'm just kind of untangling the roots at the bottom. Somehow. So now let's swing it around. Okay, this is what we've got. So maybe I should start at the top. It could be a good move, Vanessa. Let me come back a little bit. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, everything's going wrong. Everything. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like my anxiety is a little high today. So that kind of would explain why I'm feeling a bit fumbly and stuff. Okay, that one's fine. Oh, I can just sit here. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead, open the pole and take out some of this sphagnum moss. Oh my God, it's not going very well. Getting there. They're both open. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm going to spray it. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so chuffed. So now I just need to get all the moss off, or as much as I can. Oh God, there's a vibe there. So yeah, it's probably going to take a little while. And this is not something that I want to rush. So I think I'm going to put on a movie and just kind of pick my way through this. And I will get back to you when I'm kind of like ready to do the next one, maybe. I think we're getting there. Gently massage. So yeah, I'm going to turn the camera off and I will see you in probably about an hour. I'm back and I've taken the whole, I actually didn't realise until I got pretty much towards the end that I've taken the bottom cut off its pole first, so that's completely off. Look at its root system. How crazy are those roots? All the way up. So I'm just going to lay that down over here. And I've also I went through the sphagnum moss, although I'll probably just end up having to do it again, and picked out any roots that I could find. Wow, sun's in my eyes. So yeah, let's do the next one. Once I've taken all the moss off of this plant, I'll line the two plants up together just to see what they're going to look like, and if I need to remove any leaves so that they're kind of like nicely balanced together on the pole, then I'll do that. But yeah, hopefully this one will be less of a struggle because it is the top cut, so there should be fewer roots. But yeah, we shall see. So yeah, I'm just going to go through the same process. Okay, so with this one, there's much fewer roots at the bottom. Do they look a bit soggy? Oh no, they're fine. Yeah, I almost mind the ceiling. Yeah, so let's just get on with it really. Oh, I've used tape as well on this one. Yeah, sometimes I'll use double-sided, it's not double-sided, it's sellotape, but I put, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I've basically put 2 pieces of sellotape together so that it's not sticky, but just leaving the edges so that I can stick it down to the pole. And in a way, I kind of prefer this look to having the straps, because you can't see they're kind of like invisible. So, and I've run out of sellotape, so I'm going to try and save that. Are there any others? Don't see any more. So now I just need to take the cap out the top and open up this pole. So, oh, did I just break something? No. Might be easier if I stand up. Oh no, I just broke the pole. Okay, well this pole's broken anyway, so I may as well just cut it open. That's a pity. Any roots. Okay, well this one's going to be considerably quicker. That's a real pity because I actually needed this pole. Let's see if I can try and save at least the bottom part. Yes. Okay, that's the top open. Get the moss off. This is feeling a bit easier. Ooh, it's feeling a lot easier. Thank the Lord. I think what I'm going to do is again save my battery, and I'll get back to you once I've taken this whole plant off the pole. I'll see you in about 5 seconds. Okay. We are finally, oh, I was hoping I wouldn't be in the sun. We are finally on the last bit. So I thought I'd just show you how I get the plant out of the pole. So I'm going to tip the camera down a bit so you can see what I am doing. So this is going to be the largest root ball. Oh, and there's 2 separate bits. You can see that little. I'm going to have to separate that in there somehow. So that's that bit. And then with the other part, I'm just going to like squeeze it through. Now there is still moss on some of the roots. I didn't take all of it off. So that's kind of protecting it a little bit as I slide it out of the hole, hopefully. Next, it's quite lumpy. So spray that down just so that it's a little bit easier. Hopefully. Squeeze you. Just kind of gently squeeze it out. There. Okay. So that's that. These poles I attached So I'm just going to cut this one off. Oh, hang on. Okay. So that's that bit done, and then hopefully this bit will be fairly easy. This top one, oh no, it's going to be fine. Yay! So we have both plants off. Now, oops. Now I just need to go through this sphagnum moss again and just check that there's no ripped roots in there. This is the broken pole. I'm going to save that for something else. Yeah, so now I'm going to clip these back together. We definitely know that we're going to need at least 3 of them. But before I do that, I just want to line up the plants and have a look and see if I need to cut them, so that if I do need to cut them, then that can callus over whilst I go through all of this stuff. Scoop it all up. Got really good root system, so hopefully I didn't disturb it. Well, obviously I am disturbing the plant a fair amount, but I'm glad I waited for the later part of the day actually, because now it can recuperate throughout the night, hopefully, and then you get to see what it looks like in the morning. That's that one. And this is that one. Ooh, is that going to be a difficult way of doing it? Oh, there we go. So I think if they are on the pole together, this is kind of what it's going to look like. So we've got quite a bit of overlapping. That's quite nice. But then I'm thinking if I do take off one of the leaves maybe, then maybe that looks a little better. Can you see that? Actually, let me take the camera off the stand. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm thinking it will look like on the stand if I do cut just that bottom leaf off. But if I don't, let's just push them back together again, then it'll be kind of like that, where you can see at the top there's a lot going on there. So I think I am going to cut I'm going to cut one of the leaves off. Okay, so I will do that now. So I want to cut this leaf at the bottom off. Yeah, but I'm going to cut it about here. I wonder if I should do more than one leaf. I don't see an axillary bud at all. Oh no, there's one at the back. Okay, brilliant. So I'm going to cut it here. And there's its axillary bud, right there. So whilst that's callousing over, I think I'm going to prepare the poles. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. Just fit it in. Probably come back to it later, but at least the roots are back in sphagnum moss and they'll not kind of dry out. Hopefully. There we go. Give it a bit of a mist. Cute. That's such a nice, that's such a beautiful leaf actually. So yeah, this is actually the last of my hydrogen peroxide, but I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this, and I'm going to top it up with some water, and then I'm just going to pour that over. So yeah, I would say that this is kind of half and half. So let's move on. So here's the plants. We should probably start with the bottom one first. Right. So here we are. This is kind of going to be in the pot. This part, or should I put it in the pole? Oh no, what am I saying? It needs to be up. Duh. Okay, so it needs to be the same level as the pole. And I think I want this one on this side. Sorry, sphagnum moss, very dusty. So yeah, let's start feeding them through. This bit right here. It is not easy at all. That's going to go in this one. I think I'm now at a stage that I also want to start strapping them down. Maybe this one will all go in here. So I'm really trying to keep it all on one side of the pole. Wow. Okay, one more to go. Ah, now this is where the other pole is going to slip in. So I might actually need to put that other pole on. So let me just leave that bunch for now. And let's get this little shorty on. So yeah, we want the bottom of it kind of there. And the leaves are kind of overlapping quite nicely there. Okay, so I want that in this hole. Okay, put it in, put it all in. Wow. One little root. Oh, there we go. All in. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going along and doing this. In. Okay, it's in. And this top bunch is just going to have to wait for a momento. Need some straps. I'm just going to strap this baby in place. Work. Well, this really is just a hardcore job, hey? And I really hope I never have to do it again. Okay, let's just please just take this down. Can't tell I am stressed. So stressed out right now. Okay, right, put this on. Let me do this bottom bit. And actually in the hole. Okay, one more strap if I can find one. Okay. Definitely want to get you strapped down. And you. Strapped down so that when I put the sphagnum moss in, it won't loll around everywhere. Okay, here we go. That's what it's looking like. Oh my gosh. Let's get some moss in the pole. Be sure that all these roots are in and facing down. Okay. Hopefully so I'm just going to do it as gently as I can. And I really don't want some of these roots to be in there at all. So, be careful. Okay, now, yeah, we're definitely at that stage where I can now attach the other pole and feed in the last parts of the roots. And I will just zoom in because I cannot move from this spot. Not at the moment. What is going on here? Ah, okay. Right. I need to feed this other pole in. I'll do it this way. Brilliant. Oh, you can tell I'm in a bit of a mood now. I'm not enjoying this at all. Come on. Okay. Wow. Now just this bunch, which is very dry. It's much easier when it's kind of close to either end, because then you can actually get your hand in there, but earlier that was very stressful. Luckily these ones are quite short. Come on. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Are there any more? I think that's all of it. I need another strap. Okay, now I can move the camera. So yeah, I just want to fill the rest of the pole in now. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm going to show you the back of the pole. I'm not going to like pack it as much as I did last time, because one, it's very hard to keep it moist when it's like that. Oh my gosh, I think it's all done. I think it looks really cool. Yay. It looks very, very cool. So I just need another strap. And we are sorted. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I need this to stay all the way over here because we need to create enough space on the other side. There. It's on! Brilliant. Oh, I'm so happy it's over. Let's just check that there's sphagnum moss everywhere. Yep, there is. Now I just want to put some lecker balls in the bottom. want a lot of those in there. Try not to squash any leaves. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay. Okay, I feel like I actually need to move the camera again. Now it's nice and stable. Wow. Okay. So here it is. I just took it out of the shower. I actually, I have done a couple of things. I cut off another leaf from the bottom because it was right inside the pot there. So this was the first leaf that we cut together, and then off camera I did this one. Really gorgeous leaf. So maybe these two will grow up the Mosspole together eventually. Actually, I probably should have just done that. I need to buy some more Mosspoles though. And yeah, I'm really loving it. I think it's quite nicely balanced out. Everyone has the space. And sorry about that. Yeah, and then I actually had to add some sphagnum moss, but I had to kind of poke it through individually, because what I realised was all the roots were hanging at the front, the very front of the grid. So I kind of shifted some moss around just using my finger and just like adding little bits in. Yeah, so I kind of did that. I do think I may have damaged the leaf, the new one that's coming. So that's a bit of a pity, but I mean, it's looking very full and bushy. This leaf is kind of slightly hidden. That's the newest leaf on the top cut, which also looks like it's got a bit of damage. So another good reason why I wanted to take it into the shower and just give it a good old spray down. But I think this evening what I might do, sorry, just so distracted right now. Yeah, what I might do is just spray it down with some neem oil, or I might just kind of go in with some pure alcohol, because it does look like it could be a bit spider mitery. Hopefully I can kind of zoom in from there, because, or we can take a look tomorrow morning, because there are some more things that I want to do with this plant. But I think for today, yeah, I'm really worried about that top leaf. Yeah, it's going to have a scar on that leaf. That's really annoying. But, you know, I did my very best. And now it can grow as one unit up this one pole. I've got two poles, one that's a little bit broken. That one I'll probably just cut down, and I'm going to use that on my marble queen, my Epiplemna marble queen, which is in the hallway. Maybe I'll show you that tomorrow. And then I'll do the extension on this one. At the moment it's fine. I could just, you know, I could actually get away with not putting the extension in and maybe just leave it for a week. But I do want to show you the plant in the morning. I mean, it's looking kind of fairly bouncy right now. It does look kind of fairly perky, but anything can happen throughout the night. Fingers crossed it will just settle down and get ready for a brand new day. But yeah, I'm really pleased I've done it. So this is future me, and it's one day later. And I just wanted to show you that the plant actually looks really perky and happy still. And I'm really pleased with it. All on one moss pole, 2 plants, is looking fabulous. I love the way it looks. Just wanted to show you that leaf. So yeah, it does look like I've damaged the leaf, which is a real pity. Yeah, so it's gonna have like some drying or something on the end. And then on the other plant, where are you? There you are. That one looks fine. And then I wanted to show you this as well. I did see this obviously whilst I was doing the repot or the Mosspole. Oh, that white fleck, by the way, is just a bit of sphagnum moss. Yeah, so I've got like a shoot happening here as well, so that's fun. Really, really happy with the plant. Oh, I'm so happy. And yeah, I did kind of try to explain, but yeah, I noticed that a lot of the roots, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, maybe here. Yeah, some of the roots were kind of close to the front of the moss pole. So I kind of just took like little handfuls and just pushed the moss into the front of the pole. And I think I've got pretty much everywhere. I don't see any exposed roots because you don't want that. And then the two cuttings I put over here, they will get like some direct sunlight, but not for too long, not as long as the main plant. But yeah, that was the first leaf that we took off together. And then this one I took off camera. So I've got two of those, and they've both got the, let's see if we can see it. Yeah, you can see there's the auxiliary bud there. So hopefully that will activate quickly. And then on this one, where is it? Oh, there definitely is one. Where are you? Oh, there it is. It's quite dinky. You see it's there. It's quite, oh, I don't know. Yeah, there. It's quite small. So I don't know what to expect from that one. But that's definitely the eldest leaf, because that was from, you know, the bottom cut. And well, this one was also from the bottom cut, but yeah, so that's those two. Very happy. So I'm back and I'm going to give you some care advice. I'm going to tell you my experience, what it is that I am doing with my plant, with my Philodendron Splendid, and how I've got it to grow so well. And yeah, I just want to like tell you my experience with this plant. So first of all, when I first got the plant, it was on just one of those plastic kind of bamboo, wasn't bamboo, sorry. It was like one of those moss poles that are just kind of plasticky. I can't explain it, but they're quite prickly as well. So I wanted to get it off that as quickly as possible, because I did see that that was kind of scarring the leaves. And I do feel that the leaves scar quite easily. So if they rub against anything coarse, you tend to get like a little, you'll get the damage, it will show up on the leaf. Like I can see now on some of the leaves where I was obviously like, they were bouncing around and maybe bumping onto something. They've now got like little scratch marks. So yeah, you do need to be quite careful with the leaves. I then put it straight onto this D-shaped moss poles. I swear by these D-shaped moss poles. I think they're fantastic because they trap the water inside, because they're completely sealed on the back and they're only exposed at the front where the roots can kind of grow into it. And it kind of creates a bit of humidity for the plant as well, I think. So each individual leaf is getting this, you know, like a nice kind of environment to be in. So firstly, it is quite spoiled because I have skylights in my home. This plant is in front of a southwest facing window, which is right there. And then behind me, I have another window, another skylight, sorry, which is southeast. So we're talking high light. The plant does experience direct sunlight as well. at certain parts of the day, not for too long. Probably will get like 10 minutes of direct sunlight, maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the day, because of course the two lights. And then the shelving unit also has artificial lights, so we've got plant lights, plant grow lights on that. So on those kind of gloomy days, it's still getting a little something. Apparently your plant being able to see the sky makes a huge difference. So again, with the skylights, it's looking straight up at the sky there, which is really lovely. The humidity in my home is generally pretty good, and it's probably because I've just got a lot of plants. So the more plants you have, the more soil or substrate with water is around, so that will obviously increase the humidity. The humidity today I think is 57, which is actually really good, and the temperature is 27 centigrade. What else can I tell you? I do not ever water inside the pot. I only water the Mosspole. Every 2 weeks I take this whole plant and I put it in the shower, and I wash the front and the back of the leaves, and I moisten the Mosspole. And then during the week I have like this little cup on top. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that actually. I'll just slap in some B-roll. Yeah, there's a cap on the top which has a hole in it, a plastic cup, and I'll fill that with fertilized water. And sometimes I'll do full strength, and sometimes I'll do like half the amount that you should use when you fertilize. And yeah, that's how that power, so it's like a slow drip effect, and that works quite nicely, because when the moss gets like slightly drier, it's actually quite difficult to get it moist again sometimes. I've also got that spray bottle which you saw earlier, so if it has become, you know, quite dry and it becomes quite solid, I'll give it a good old mist. I'll show you the fertilizer that I use. I'm not sure if I brought this up earlier, I probably didn't, but I love this brand, Liquid Gold Leaf. For indoor plants, it has all the directions on the side there, so all the different levels, measurements that you will need for house plants, for hydroponic plants or propagations. All the measurements are there on the back. I also like to do, once a month, I like to spray the plant down with neem oil. So I like this brand, which is called Garting Gluck. There we go. I got this from Amazon. The golden leaf, I've only ever bought this from, was it from Grow Tropicals or is it Soul Ninja? I think both sell this, but most definitely Soul Ninja has this on the website, so you can get it from there. They have another one actually, which is great for the winter, which kind of increases photosynthesizing. Is that the right word? It helps the plant to photosynthesize throughout the winter. So I haven't tried that one. This is the one that I use. Back to the neem oil. Neem oil once a month. I think actually in the summer I should probably do that every 2 weeks. Maybe, we shall see. But yeah, the measurements are all on the back of this as well. It's 1 part to every 100 of water, so you mix it with water. With this neem oil you don't need to add any dish soap because it's all been sorted. So normally you would, with neem oil, you mix it with water, and because it's oil and water it will separate, so you would put some soap in and shake that up, and that kind of like helps them bond together. I'm guessing that there's already some soap in here, although does it say on the ingredients? It doesn't say anything like that. Oh yeah, it does. It says that let me just read it. Made from the seeds of the neem tree, this high quality natural neem oil can be used in a variety of ways. The addition of our plant-based emulsifier allows it to be mixed with water. There we go. So yeah, this is great stuff. Doesn't smell great, and I don't particularly like the smell of neem oil, so I will also add a couple of drops of tea tree oil. I have tried using, I think I used lavender oil, and I didn't get such a great reaction from my plants with that. I can't exactly tell you what they said to me or how they expressed that, but yeah, one or two plants most certainly didn't like it. They looked a bit, normally when you do a treatment like this, you just see them kind of become more perky and bouncy and lovely. Instead, I was left with like a kind of drooping, sad looking plants. So yeah, I'm going to stick to the tea tree oil, and I will just spray it. Sometimes I'll put it in that pressure spray bottle. I've already put it in the cupboard, and then I can just get a load of plants done, because that bottle holds 1.5 litres. So yeah, that's great. But if I'm just doing one or two plants, I'll use this little bottle, or you can just little hand squirty one. What else can I tell you? So yeah, it's getting a lot of highlight. The humidity is pretty decent. Humidity is then increased because of the Mosspole. I make sure that I keep it clean. I do fuss over this plant. Well, not fuss, but I, like I said, I put it in the shower every 2 weeks, so it does get treated quite well. It's it's a bit of a queen, so I like to treat it as it should be treated, and it responds in a really great way. Yeah, so because it's pretty much growing in moss, so if it were in soil, I would probably only water this plant every 10 days to 2 weeks. But once you've introduced a Mosspole, then you would actually just stop watering the bottom of the pot. You would just rely on watering the Mosspole. You don't want to overwater a Philodendron, because the roots will just rot. And if you do find yourself struggling with your Philodendron, it's not reacting so well, there's a couple of things obviously that you should really look at. Make sure that the environment, maybe first move it to a different location. Firstly, check for pests. Always, especially this time of the year, check your plant for pests. Make sure that there's nothing crazy going on. I like to do my pest checks at night. It's just easier to find them. I'll switch off all the lights and I'll just use a torch on my phone, and I will generally just kind of flick the light underneath the leaf, and then I'll quickly go on the top and see if anything's crawling. For some reason, I always see pests on the top of the leaves, but I know that a lot of, if you do any kind of research on looking for pests, they always tell you to look underneath, but I always seem to see them on the top first, which is, I don't know what that's all about, but anyway. Yeah, so check for pests. If you don't see any pests, then maybe move it to a different location. Also, making sure that those roots are healthy is really important. So that's why I always use clear pots. Instead of having to take my plant out of the pot and check the roots and all of that stuff, I can literally just look through the pot, look at the roots. Obviously not on this one, because there are roots in the pot, but with this one I'm checking the roots in the Mosspole, because that's predominantly where most of the roots are. Gosh, I'm going on a bit. But yeah, and that's pretty much all I do with the plant. Just keeping it clean. I find that with a lot of my, especially large leaf plants, is just keeping that thing clean, making sure that don't allow it to gather dust, and yeah, just kind of chuck it in the shower. It's really quick. I do a multiple amount of plants. The plant in the hallway, the Epiprenum Marble Queen goes in the shower. This massive elbow in the back there, she goes in the shower. It's really tricky getting her in there, and she's now getting to the stage actually getting very, very tall, so might have to permanently live in the shower. But yeah, I actually can't think of anything else that I'm doing with this plant. I do find it a really easy philodendron to take care of. I have had philodendrons that I've really struggled with, like the Melanochrysum, which is really similar to this one, and I absolutely love that plant. It's gorgeous, those dark golden leaves, but for the life of me, I just can't keep on top of its pest issues. It's a pesty plant, and the Splendid is very well known for being a little easier when it comes to pests. So if you don't know, the Splendid is actually a hybrid. Its parents are the Verrucosum and the Melanochrysum. So you've got the red backs from the Verrucosum. I'll slip in some B-roll. And it's a gorgeous plant, the Verrucosum, but again, very pesty. Apparently, I've never had one. The Melanochrysum, the length of those leaves, how long they can get, and the darkness of the leaf. I would really love to try and grow a Melanochrysum, but yeah, we'll see. And yeah, I think that's everything. I hope that I did give you enough information on how I'm taking care of my plant. Please do, if you do have the same plant and you're doing really well with your plant, do leave that in the comments down below, because it really does help out other viewers, other subscribers. Yeah, so let's keep spreading the love and share our info, share our experience, and yeah, and hopefully it's going to help somebody, you know, that's been really struggling with their plant and can now hopefully move towards having a huge beauty like this one. I'm so happy, I'm so happy, and it's looking so full and so bouncy, and I'm really looking forward to getting some new leaves. It was a very stressful Mosspole repot situation, and hopefully I haven't done any editing yet, hopefully with some good editing I can make it as calm a video as possible. Let me know by giving me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Do switch on your notification bell, because you know how YouTube is. They will switch those things off. I'm going to stop waffling on now. It's time to go. Thanks again. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you here very soon. Until then, bye.